Hello, my dear students. Today's lecture is final lecture in Standardization and Certification in Tourism. In today's lecture, I will introduce tourism and environment certification, balancing growth and conservation. In today's lecture, content is first, I introduce to you environment certification in tourism industry, what types of environmental certification programs nowadays has, and balancing between tourism growth and environmental consideration, benefits of environmental consideration or certification, which is related with tourism, and the challenges of implementing environment certification and different cases I will introduce to you, and future trends in environment certification in tourism. Purpose of today's lecture to explore the role of environment certification in general and how it can be balanced between certification and environment consideration in general, and how it ensure sustainable development in general. By the end of today's lecture, you can understand the role of environment certification in promoting sustainable tourism. You can identify key environmental certification which is already applied in tourism industry. You can analyze or evaluate different relationship between tourism businesses and tourism growth and environmental conservation, and you can discuss how it will be, and the certification program will be important in the developing tourism destinations. Firstly, let me introduce environment certification in tourism. Environment certification, firstly, it's official recognition for business of tourism, which is demonstrated. Firstly, have demonstrated like commitment to sustainable tourism practices. In this slide, you can see different eco labels, eco certification labels, which is very important for tourism businesses. That's why mostly environmental certification can be like green, and also it is related because environmental protection. And these certifications can be focused on or highlighted mostly conservation of the environment and also promoting eco-friendly practices in tourism businesses or tourism destinations. Why are environment certification very important in tourism destination? Firstly, guide tourism business in managing operations or managing sustainability or sustainably development. Secondly, help meet growing consumers' demand for eco-friendly travel options, which is very crucial. Finally, it's contribute to the protection of nature and cultural heritage, and also the development of tourism in sustainable way. What types of environmental certification in tourism nowadays has? Firstly, as I said before, Green Globe certification. Secondly, it's EarthCheck certification. Third is Rainforest Island certification, and fourth, it's Eco Label certification, which is prepared by Euro Union Eco Label. And finally, it's Green Key certifications. All of them, it's international or global certification programs which is related with tourism. But nowadays, tourist destination has implemented different national or domestic certification programs which is related with sustainability, related with tourism businesses, which is related with conservation. But all of them main purpose of this certification is to ensure the development of tourism, the preservation of cultural heritage, and also to support local community, and finally to preserve local environmental, which is very important. And now it's balancing to get balance between tourism growth and environment conservation. It's very challengeable or very difficult, because one of the challenges is tourism grows by economically, because a lot of tourism businesses they want to get more economic profits than like environmental conservation or preservation. That's why it's one of the challenges of tourism business, such things in tourism certification programs. And secondly, it's environmental conservation. It's need to preserve natural resources, biodiversity, and cultural local culture, but it's not possible to get balance between economic growth and also balance environmental degradation. That's why it's also another challenges. And sustainable practices, tourism practice, one of the way to get like certification programs in this way, and mostly it's focus on low impacts on travel by organizing eco-friendly tourism or ecotourism or responsible tourism or sustainable tourism. And also it is very adaptable for the different types of tourism. That's why I think it's very important to implement such certification programs which is related to sustainable tourism. And key consideration which is related such challenges and practices, it's striking balance between economic growth and also environmental conservation. It's very important to organize such tourism types. Why it's very advantages for the tourism businesses, it is also why it's important for the destination, because it is why it's important because it's reduction of environmental impacts by the tourism businesses or other types of tourism. Secondly, attract eco-conscious tourists. It means that responsible tourists, and improve reputation of brand loyalty. It means that trust, it can be increased by the certification of your company or tourist company. And regulation compliance, it means that helps business to comply like with government regulation related to tourism, environmental degradation or environmental consideration or standards. And finally, operational efficiency. It means that certification can ensure to you or to businesses or tourism destination the operational like plans, operational risk management plans, or like crisis management plans, which is very important. Challenges of implementing environmental certification programs, it is firstly it's high initial costs. It means it's high costs. It's any certification program is very expensive, or I can't say even exorbitant, and lack of awareness, knowledge, which is very like nowadays challenges or issues, because a lot of tourist destination stakeholders cannot understand the importance of certification programs like in practices. And greenwashing, it means that some businesses may falsely claim that they are eco-friendly, but in practice they cannot to be like very eco-friendly, which is greenwashing like issues. And finally, ongoing monitoring and complaints. It means that monitoring certification program is one of the like best things that they are doing, continuously monitoring programs, auditing programs, which is also another challenge for the tourism businesses. Now, I would like to share with you a case study which is related to environmental certification programs in tourism. Costa Rica, one of the best or successful examples of in tourist destination which is related to sustainability or with ecotourism. That's why I think this tourist destination hold certification for sustainable tourism practices, which is promoting like local community, and also they are focusing more ecotourism. And second is Great Barrier Reef in Australia. It's another successful certification program, but I think Great Barrier Reef, they get firstly problems with environment after that they implemented this certification. And also final certification program is sustainable tourism, which is related green key and sustainable travel to Norway. It is one of the also successful examples of or cases in tourism which is related with environmental certification. Future trends into environment certification will be like firstly integrated with technology, secondly focus on mostly I think climate change, because nowadays climate change one of the big problems our world, and third is collaboration with global sustainable goals, which is 17 sustainable global sustainable goals, which is also implemented by United Nations Sustainable Development Programs. It is, I think, in the future it will integrate it deeply for the certification program, not just environmental but other types of certification program which is related with tourism. And finally, it's collaboration. Without collaboration, it's not possible to implement or integrate sustainability in general and also certification program. I think in the future these trends will be more popular in the environment certification of tourism. In conclusion, in this lecture you can understand properly what is it certification program which is related with environmental consideration and which is related with tourism industry. You can identify various types of certification programs which is related with environmental protection and also local community and other things. And in this lecture I introduced to you the importance of certification program in which is related environment consideration and with different cases, and of course without challenge it's not possible integrate. And also I introduced to you the future trends of environmental certification program in tourism, such as like it will be like related with innovation, related with sustainable development, and also like digital technologies, which is also important. I think today's lecture was very helpful. In this slide you can see today's lecture reference. Thank you so much for your attention, and I think this unit was very useful for your future career and future knowledge. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.